Okay, here we are back at this car, and I was doing some modeling, and a few things just didn't square up with my model, so I came back out to measure some things, and I was noticing that what I thought was a continuously smooth center sill bottom, not a stepped up or anything, my model is saying that it was stepped up, and lo and behold, if I put a level on this to see if this bottom is truly level, look what I find. We are actually, this is a stepped up center sill. So we do step up a little bit, and the step happens immediately right here. It steps and it gets flat right here. You can see it starts to shift right about there. Okay, right about there, it starts to taper up. Okay, so this bottom flange does taper down, then it flattens out. Not only that, let me put this down, but also the width. Now over here, for the majority of the rail car, it is 24 inches. Okay, 24 inches. But then I notice this little bump out right here. Right, you can see that starting there, that center sill actually travels outwards. So if I measure that, it should be 26 inches. So it goes from 24 right here, from 24 to 26 right here. Right, so right at that point right here, it is 26 inches. Look at that. Okay, and then it does taper back down to 24. Well, it doesn't go back down to 24. It goes down to 25 and a half. All right, to 25 and I have all the measurements that I took. So starting at this point here, we're back at 25 inches. Okay. Right here at this notch, it is 25 3/4, and then right here it settles back down at 25 and a half. Okay, and that's this point right here, which I'll have that on my measurements, but I can measure it for you real quick. That is, oh, come on baby, that's like 26 and a half inches is where the center sill maintains the 25 and a half inches. It goes 25, so it's from here it's 25 and a half all the way to the very end. Let me measure the very end of the car. Come on baby. Well, it's 25 and a half right here. 25 and a half. Okay, and it's 25 and a half all the way to here, and from here to here it goes up to 25 3/4, and from there to here it goes up to 26, and then from there back down to here it goes back down to 24. So 24, 26, 25 3/4, 25. Okay. So yeah, it does kind of taper a little bit. Very cool setup. Now the center sill web, I measured this, and I can't do this with one hand. The center sill web here is 1/2 inch thick. So if I put my if I put my calipers in there, it's 1/2 inch there. Okay, and you can see at this hole over here, at that hole I measure the center sill web at being 3/8 of an inch, and the only break, that center sill is completely solid on this web is completely solid up until this point right here. Okay, right where it starts to transition, it goes from 3/8 to 1/2 inch web. Okay, right, it has to be right here, because from here on out it is continuous. Okay. And the last thing I'll point out is the thickness of, well, two things. The thickness of the wood, We're at 2 1/4. Right, 2 1/4. So all of it's 2 1/4, and you know, I can measure all these here, 2 1/4. Okay, 2 1/4 for all that. And the last thing is the center sill top plate. Center sill top plate is right here, and it is 1 inch continuous. 1 inch. You see that? It's kind of in a shadow, but it is 1 inch. And the only place it's really hard for me to measure, I have to only, hey, there's my pin, is right inside here, and I have to use my calipers, and the lighting is going to be terrible, so I just use this and get down inside there. And I'm not sure if I can get the camera angle in there properly. That's 1 inch. It's 1 inch. So I checked that. We have these little areas here all the way through. I was able to check here, check there, and they were all 1 inch. So that's that 1 inch plate all the way through. See if I can find an area that. See, I can't really check here because there's a channel that runs lengthwise over here. Yeah, even inside here, that's pretty dark. Can't really see it. Yeah, so it's the top plate is all 1 inch all the way through. Okay, I think that's it. Thanks.